going to demonstrate for you how to use Excel to do the measures of central tendency and variation that we're covering in our MGF1106 course. So I've taken one of the problems you have for homework in section 12.3. It's about a frisbee, and we've got a bunch of distances here, and I went ahead and I opened up an Excel workbook and I put those data values into the first column. And the first thing I'm going to do before I work any problems is it's going to be helpful in some of the problems to have the data arranged in order. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight it, and if I click on the data tab and I do sort, it will sort from the smallest to the largest. So the first measure they want me to do is the mean. So I'm going to type in the word mean here. I'm going to go to a new cell and type in equal sign, and when I do that, the function window will open up here. And in the drop-down menu, I'm looking for the function average. Excel calls the mean the average. And then you need to tell it what you want it to average. So we're going to highlight the cells here, and we're going to hit OK. So there's the mean of our data. The next thing I'm going to do is the median. Now remember, the median is the middle data value, and in this data set I have 15 data values, so the middle value is actually going to be the 8th data value right here. So the median here is 185. Alright, and then I'm going to do the mode. Now, Excel does have a function to find mode, and if I type in an equal sign, and I wanted to say also, if you don't see it in the drop-down, if you click on more functions, you can go ahead and search for the function that you're looking for. Oops. And I'm going to search for mode, go, and there's the mode function. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight my cells and hit OK. Now, in this case, I come up with an NA, and that means that Excel is telling me there is no mode. There is no value here that appears more than one time. So I'm just going to go ahead here and type in none, because there is no mode for this data set. Alright, for the mid-range, this one we're going to do a formula for. So we're going to type an equal sign in, a parenthesis. I'm going to take the smallest data value plus the largest data value, and then I'm going to divide by 2, and that will give me the mid-range. Now while we're here, although it's not asked for in this particular homework problem, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to find the range using Excel. Again, there's not a built-in function for range, but I know it's the difference between the largest and the smallest data value. So I type in a little formula there in my empty cell, and there's the range. And then the last thing I want to do is the standard deviation. Now, there are several standard deviations in Excel. I'm going to go ahead and show you that, so you make sure that you pick the correct one. And if I just type in STDEV, they'll all come up here. Okay, this is an older function from an older version of Excel, but we want to make sure we use this .s, because that's going to calculate it based on a sample. .p would be a population, but this is a sample of data, so we're going to use the .s function. And again, I'm going to tell it the data that I want to use and hit OK. And so there's my standard deviation. So now you know how to use Excel, and I think you'll find this helpful when you're doing the homework, so you don't have to do all the calculations by hand.